See, what is the rationalizing factor? As I mentioned you in the last class, rationalizing factor means product of two numbers. If the result is a rational number, then those two are mentioned as the rationalizing factors of one another. So, one number is given here, it is 3 root 7, cube root 7, right? Cube root 7. So, we need to multiply this cube root 7 with some other number so that the result is a rational number. So, how to make the result as rational? Since this is cube root, to get a rational result, you need to maintain everything for 3 times in the cube root. Since only one 7 is there here, you need to multiply with 2 more 7s. Then it becomes like, if given it as cube root 7, you just multiply with the cube root 7 square because I need 3 7s there, right? So, your task is to find the number with which we are multiplying. That is called as the rationalizing factor. Cube root 7 into cube root 7 square is nothing but cube root 7 cube, and the result is 7, clearly a rational number. Since the result 7 a rational number, this cube root 7 square is mentioned as the rationalizing factor for cube root 7, whereas it is mentioned as the rationalizing factor for cube root 7. So finally these two are the rationalizing factors of one another. Why? Because since the product is a rational number. If they ask you to find the rationalizing factor of cube root 7, your answer is that cube root 7 square, right? But some of you, see, some people will answer that the rationalizing factor of cube root 7 is 7. 7 is not the rationalizing factor. 7 is just the result as a rational number. But the rationalizing factor is clearly cube root 7 square. And for this, the rationalizing factor is cube root 7. So all these are the simple surds, most probably monomial surds. For these simple monomial surds, I am discussing the rationalizing factor. And afterwards, we will enter into binomial surds as well as trinomial surds and everything. For all those surds, we need to calculate, we need to identify the rationalizing factor, right? And I have another number here which is 17th root of 18 power 5, right? 17th root of 18 power 4 is given. So we need to calculate the rationalizing factor. Since it is 17 to root of 18 power 4, so automatically in the square root you need every number for how many times? 17 times, since it is 17th root. Since we need every number for 17 times in the 17th root, automatically you need to multiply with more. Since it is 4 18s are there, you need 17 18s, so you need to multiply with 13 18s. That what I am going to tell you is 17th root of 18 power 4 when you multiply with 17th root of 18 power 13. We are multiplying. The order of the surds is same. Since the order is same, the multiplication rule suggests us that you need to multiply the numbers in that root. So you need to write it like this: 17th root of 18 power 4 into 18 power 13, and it becomes like 17th root of 18 power 17. And 17th root of 18 power 17, the basic fundamental law suggests us that this answer is 18, a rational number. Since this product is 18, a rational number, these two are termed as the rationalizing factors of one another. Rationalizing factor for this number is 17th root of 18 power 4, and for this number is 17th root of 18 power 13. I already mentioned you, there are many rationalizing factors, not a single one. Okay, see, I will discuss it later again. See, just keep in mind about this. And one more thing is, it is given that 11th root of 11 power 2 by 3. We need to find the rationalizing factor for 11 power 2 by 3. So, to find the rationalizing factor for 11 power 2 by 3, this 11 power 2 by 3 can be written as cube root of 11 square. Is it right or wrong? 11 power 2 by 3 is 11 cube root of 11 square, right? I think this, it can be written as 11 square to the power 1 by 3. What you say? Since 11 power 2 by 3 is 11 square power 1 by 3, it can be written as cube root of 11 square. Since it is cube root of 11 square, you need to multiply with the cube root of 11. Because it is cube root, you need every number for 3 times. Since it is given for 2, you need to multiply with 1 more 11. So now if you multiply, the result is what? Cube root of 11 cube. Since it is cube root of 11 cube, which is 11, the product is a rational number. So these two are termed as the rationalizing factors of one another. This is one way. What is the rationalizing factor? And your answer is this cube root 11. Okay, this is one way. And another way of finding the rationalizing factor is this is 11 power 2 by 3. So what I am going to tell you is you need a rational number, right? Since it is 11 power 2 by 3, you need 11, right? So to make that as 11, you just multiply this 11 power 2 by 3 with 11 power 1 minus 2 by 3. See, what is the 11 power 1 minus 2 by 3? This is again 11 power 1 by 3 only. That 11 power 1 by 3 is again cube root of 11 itself. That is the rationalizing factor. See, one way to think is under the square root you need every number for 3 times. So to maintain 3 11s you just multiply with one more 11. So that is cube root of 11. That is the one way of thinking. And the other way to think it is since it is 11 power 2 by 3 you need 11 power 1. Since it is 11 power 2 by 3, to make the power as 1 you need to multiply or you need to add this 2 by 3 with 1 minus 2 by 3. See, think carefully. Given number is 11 power 2 by 3. If you multiply this 11 power 2 by 3 with 11 power 1 minus 2 by 3, what will happen? Since the denominator bases are same, you just add the powers, it is 11 power 1 itself, na? So, this is the rationalizing factor and the product is again 11 itself. Right? See, look once again. Some of you are raising your hands and I will solve your doubts. Just once look here. Rationalizing factors, we did 3 problems here just. See, for 11 power 2 by 3, if I multiply with 11 power 1 minus 2 by 3, the product will become like 11 power 1 and that answer is 11. Answer is 11, but rationalizing factor is not 11. Rationalizing factor is this 11 power 1 minus 2 by 3, that is 11 power 1 by 3. Now, this is root 13 power 11. If you need to find the rationalizing factor for this root 13 power 11, it can be written as square root of 13 power 11. Nothing is wrong here. Just look it. Root 13 power 11 is nothing but root of 13 power 11. Is it right or wrong? If you have any confusion, just this root 13 power 11 can be written as 13 power 1 by 2 to the power 11. This is 13 power 1 by 2 to the power 11. And it can be written as 13 power 11 to the power 1 by 2. And which is nothing but root of 13 power 11. So root 13 power 11 is equals to the root 13 power 11. Now to make it as a rational number, since it is a square root, that means second order set, every number should be even number of times under that square root. But this 13 is there for 11 times. So to make 13 for even number of times, you need to multiply with one more root 13. So, if you multiply this root 13 power 11 with root 13, what will happen? It becomes like root 13 power 12. And since it is root 13 power 12, your answer may be 13 power 6, a rational number. Your rationalizing factor is root 13. That's what I am saying. See, if you multiply two numbers, the result is a rational number. But don't concentrate on that result, rational number. You need to concentrate on the thing which we are multiplying. You need to concentrate on this root 13. So this is the rationalizing factor. So for this root 13 power 11, you will express it as root of 13 power 11. And if you multiply it with root 13, your answer is root of 13 power 12 and 13 power 6 is the rationalizing factor. Right? And I have one more example like 14 power 11 by 17. So the rationalizing factor for this 14 power 11 by 17 is nothing but just utilize this thing. To make it as a rationalizing factor, the power should be 1. See, this is 14 power 11 by 17. If you multiply it with 14 power 1 minus 11 by 17, this is the given number. This is the expected rationalizing factor. First of all, you need to expect such that the product is rational. After that expectation, you need to multiply to check whether your expectation is right or wrong. I am expecting that rationalizing factor may be some 14 power 1 minus 11 by 17. And now I have to check whether it is right or wrong. To check what I have to do? To check I need to multiply these two. If you multiply these two, since the base is root 14, add the powers. Like this example, the numerator will become, the power will become 1. The answer is 14. A rational number. That means surely for this 14 power 11 by 17, rationalizing factor is 14 power 1 minus 11 by 17. And if you simplify this 14 power 1 minus 11 by 17, it becomes like 17 minus 11, 16, right? And that answer may be 14 power 6 by 17. So the rationalizing factor is what for this given number? 14 power 6 by 17. And this is the way of calculating, expecting rationalizing factors. So basically you just memorize the concept of rationalizing factors. Product of two numbers, if it is rational, those two are mentioned as the rationalizing factors of one another. See, if you are attempting an objective examination, then your task is very easy because you have four options on the given number. You just multiply the given number with first option, given number with second option, given number with third option. Like that you need to check. If you arrive a rational number in any option, that is your answer. Sometimes there may have more options such that making rational numbers. In those cases, all those are the rationalizing factors for the given number. I already mentioned you, there are many rationalizing factors for the given problem. For suppose, I will give you one more thing. For our convenience to discuss, usually we will take square roots and cube roots. You may take any number, no problem, right? For example, I will give you, see what this cube root of 12 is given, for suppose, cube root of 12. What is the rationalizing factor for this cube root of 12? See, for this cube root of 12, I am going to give you the rationalizing factor. One person may think in such a manner that since it is cube root, you need to take every number for 3 times in this cube root to make a rational number. So, his expectation is this is cube root of 12. If you multiply this cube root of 12 with 12 square, because you need to maintain every number for 3 times in that square root. So, you are going to multiply this cube root of 7 with this cube root of 12 square. And on multiplication, the result will become like cube root of 12 cube. Since the result is cube root of 12 cube, that simplification is 12. Since the result is cube root of 12 cube, that simplification is 12, a rational number. Then it concludes as that the rationalizing factor for this cube root of 12 is cube root of 12 square. Is it right or wrong? So this is the way the thought process of one person. And another person may think like this. The given number is cube root of 12. And first of all, he will try to simplify this. You can write it like cube root of 2 square into 3. Is it right? Cube root of 12 is given. I am writing it like cube root of 2 square into 3. So, what I need? I need every number for 3 times under the cube root. But here 2's are there for 2 times and 3 is there for 1 time. To make it as a rational number, I need to multiply with a number such that it is cube root of 2 into 3 square. Now this is the expectation of another person. The given number is cube root of 12. We can express it like cube root of 2 square into 3. And if you multiply this cube root of 2 square into 3 with the cube root of 2 into 3 square, what will happen? See, if you multiply, then the result may be cube root of 2 square into 2 is 2 cube, whereas 3 into 3 square is 3 cube. Under the cube root, you have 3 2's and 3 3's. The result may be 2 into 3, which is equals to 6. Since the result is 6, a rational number, the rationalizing factor for this cube root of 2 square into 3 is cube root of 2 into 3 square. And if 2 into 3 square is nothing but 18, right? So for this cube root of 12, cube root of 18 is also the rationalizing factor. Cube root of 12 square, that means 144, is also the rationalizing factor. So you have many chances, you have many options to decide the rationalizing factor. Among the options, you need to pick out one such that it has to give us a rational number, right? In most of the cases, sometimes they may ask you to find the simplest rationalizing factor. In such a case, if you have cube root of 144 and cube root of 18, usually you will say that this cube root of 18 is the simplest rationalizing factor, and that is not simple because this is a smaller number, right? Okay, so think once again. For example, if you have cube root of 12 in your hands, to find the rationalizing factor, to get a rational number, you need to maintain every number for 3 times under this cube root. Given 112 under this cube root, you need to get 2 12s more. So you need to multiply with cube root of 12 square, and the result is 12, a rational number. So the rationalizing factor of the given problem is cube root of 12 square, cube root of 144. If you think in different way, that if this 12 is 2 square into 3, so to get a rational number, multiply with one more 2 and multiply with 2 more 3's. If you do such that, you will get the result as 6 irrational number. This is also a rationalizing factor. Now ultimately this is the way to find the rationalizing factors, and on practice automatically you will be strong at this rationalizing factors. Now this is the way to find the rationalizing factors for the simple sets. Whereas if you have binomial sets, how the rationalizing factor will be. Now I am going to discuss that one now. Just look here. For example, if you have a set like this, see, to find the rationalizing factors for binomial sets, as per the requirement, you may use different algebraic identities also. Now, for example, what I am going to tell you is, if you have a number 2 minus root 3. Think guys, this 2 minus root 3 is a number, just it is given. They ask us to find the rationalizing factor for 2 minus root 3. If they ask us to find the rationalizing factor for 2 minus root 3, what you need to do? Your task is, if 2 minus root 3 into some number is a rational value. To satisfy this relation, you need to expect this question mark. So, our task is, since root 3 is involved here, to eliminate this root 3, I need to square this root 3. So, since this is 2 minus root 3, my expectation is, if this question mark is 2 plus root 3, what will happen? So, since 2 minus root 3 is given, then what I am expecting is, the question mark value, the unknown value may be 2 plus root 3. So, if you multiply this 2 minus root 3 with 2 plus root 3, this looks in the form of a minus b into a plus b. The result is a square minus b square. 2 square minus root 3 square. 2 square is 4, whereas root 3 square is 3, and that 4 minus 3 is equals to 1. Right? So, this 2 minus root 3 into 2 plus root 3 is 1. 1 is what? A rational number, right? Since the result is a rational number, this 2 plus root 3 is rationalizing factor of 2 minus root 3, and this 2 minus root 3 is rationalizing factor of 2 plus root 3. So, these two are the rationalizing factors for one another. Right? So, always if there exists some root term, second order third in this binomial, you just get the utilization of this a square minus b square formula. I think you are all aware about these identities formulas like a square minus b square, a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a cube minus b cube, and all those things. Here I used the identity of a square minus b square. So from this, the rationalizing factor for 2 minus root 3 is 2 plus root 3. So with this idea, I always conclude that the rationalizing factor for a 2 minus root 3 is 2 plus root 3. If you have anything in such a manner, for a minus root b, what is the rationalizing factor for a minus root b? For a minus root b, the rationalizing factor is a plus root b. For 2 minus root 3, the rationalizing factor is 2 plus root 3. In the same pattern, if you think about something like a plus root b, then its rationalizing factor is a minus root b. Why? Because if you multiply these two, or these two, the result may be, what will happen? A plus root b into a minus root b. The result may be a square minus b. A square minus b, a rational value. Since it is a rational value, these two are mentioned as the rationalizing factors of one another. Okay. And first, suppose if you have these things like root 5 plus root 3. What is the rationalizing factor for root 5 plus root 3? Similarly, for root 5 plus root 3 also, the rationalizing factor may be root 5 minus root 3. We need to check whether it is right or wrong. To check, what we have to do? The checking process is just the multiplication. If you multiply these two, the result is a rational number, correct. Not rational, you have to think once again. See, root 5 plus root 3 and root 5 minus root 3. Just multiply these two things. Root 5 plus root 3 into root 5 minus root 3. The product is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. And if you multiply, it becomes like a square minus b square, root 5 square minus root 3 square, and the result is equals to 5 minus 3, which is equals to 2, a rational number. Since by multiplying these two, you are getting a rational number, these two are mentioned as the rationalizing factors for one another. So, at the end, what I am going to conclude you is, in generally, for root a plus root b, the rationalizing factor is again root a minus root b. For root a minus root b, the rationalizing factor is again root a plus root b. Because if you multiply these two, the result is some a minus b, a rational number. So for simple sets, we have a simple way to find the rationalizing factors as we discussed earlier. And for binomial sets, and among those binomial sets also, if second order is involved, directly you use x square minus y square formula. With the support of that x square minus y square as x minus y into x plus y, the rationalizing factor for this 2 minus root 3 is 2 plus root 3, root 5 plus root 3 is root 5 minus root 3, a plus root b is a minus root b. Like that we will find the rationalizing factors. Okay, just have a look. And for suppose, if a binomial set is involved, but with the cube term is involved, with the third order set is involved, then you need to get the help of a cube minus b cube formula. Okay, I will give you one such problem. Just observe here. See, I am erasing this. You need to memorize all these things. If you have a screenshot now, then that's very clear. But I am erasing. From the next time onwards, I will give you some space to get these screenshots. Now I am going to handle a problem. For example, if I have that, say 1 minus cube root of 2. That is the problem what I have. 1 minus cube root of 2. See, you need to find the rationalizing factor for this 1 minus cube root of 2. How to find? You see, finding rationalizing factor means nothing but what you need to think. See, 1 minus cube root 2 is given. You need to multiply this 1 minus cube root 2 with some other number. The result is a rational. To make the result as rational, you need to expect this question mark. To expect that question mark, since cube root is involved, as I said, you need to get the support of different algebraic identities. We have an identity related to this. Here minus is involved now. So I am starting with the known formula that we know that a cube minus b cube is equals to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Is it right? A cube minus b cube is equals to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. You just utilize this formula. See, in this formula, you need to find the rational 1 minus cube root 2 into something you have to find to make it as a rational number. You just replace a with 1 and b with cube root 2. This is the usual process, right? You need to take a with 1, b with cube root 2. If you take a as 1 and b as cube root 2, then what will happen? Just a is 1. So you can write it like 1 cube minus b is cube root 2. Cube root 2 whole cube is equals to 1 minus cube root 2 into a square. A is 1, right? 1 square is 1 plus ab. A is 1 and b is cube root 2. If you multiply 1 into cube root 2 is cube root 2 plus b square. B is cube root 2 and you need to write its square. Its square is cube root 2 square. Just observe here. Now if you simplify, this is 1 minus cube root 2 cube. This cube root 2 is power 1 by 3 and that power 3 will get cancelled. You have that 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 is equals to 1 minus cube root 2 into 1 plus cube root 2 plus cube root 4. Right? See, if you think this 1 minus 2 is clearly a rational number. What to say? This 1 minus 2 is a rational number. Since 1 minus 2 is a rational number, we are multiplying this 1 minus cube root 2 with this number. So this is the rationalizing factor for this 1 minus cube root 2. And now this is the way to find the rationalizing factor for binomial sets involved with cube root. Just have a look. For 1 minus cube root 2, the rationalizing factor is 1 minus cube root 2 into something you need to find. To find that missed one, to find that rationalizing factor, you just get the help of this a cube minus b cube formula. And that is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. You just replace a with 1, b with cube root 2, and on replacement you have this product as a rational number. So now you have a chance to announce that rationalizing factor for 1 minus cube root 2 is this 1 plus cube root 2 plus cube root 4, and rationalizing factor for this number is 1 minus cube root 2. So like this, to decide the rationalizing factors for given different numbers, you need to utilize different algebraic identities. You have different problems in your practice sheets. See, just try all those things. Just have a screenshot for this problem and I move for the next one. Have a look here. See, I have one more problem related to this a cube minus b cube as well as a cube plus b cube formula to find the rationalizing factor. Now I am going with that one. Just see if they ask you to find the rationalizing factor for this problem, right? You need to find rationalizing factor for 2 power 2 by 3 plus 2 power minus 2 by 3 minus 1. For this number, you need to find the rationalizing factor. Again, if you look, the problem involves with power 1 by 3. 2 power 2 by 3, 2 power minus 2 by 3 minus 1. So, since power 1 by 3 is involved, then you need to think about a cube minus b cube formula as well as a cube plus b cube formula. Just I mentioned there that a cube minus b cube formula. In that formula, a square plus ab plus b square, 3 terms. A trinomial is involved with pluses everywhere. But here a trinomial is involved with 1 minus. See, that 1 minus trinomial is there in a cube plus b cube form. This is all our thinking. How to select one identity, one formula to find the rationalizing factor for the given problem. For that, you need to observe the given number, you need to think about different identities, you need to match that given problem with one identity among the known ones and then go with solve that one. Now what I am going to mention you is the formula what I am going to utilize is a cube plus b cube. You know that a cube plus b cube is equals to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Now if you look about this trinomial as well as this given problem, if you look for those two, a square b square ab is involved, okay, and 1 minus sign is there. See, on comparison, a square if it is 2 power 2 by 3, square power 2 by 3, square power 2 by 3. Like that if you compare, you will get that a is equals to 2 power 1 by 3. See, on practice automatically you will get the way to do. So now what I am going to do is, you just take a is equals to 2 power 1 by 3 and b is equals to 2 power minus 1 by 3 in the above formula. If you take a is equals to 2 power 1 by 3 and b is equals to 2 power minus 1 by 3, first I am writing this right side part. A plus b, a 2 power 1 by 3 plus b 2 power minus 1 by 3 into a square, square of this. See, look, a is 2 power 1 by 3. What is its square? See, 2 power 1 by 3 square is directly 2 power 2 by 3, right? Minus ab. You just multiply these two, what will happen? A into b is equals to 2 power 1 by 3, 2 power minus 1 by 3. 2 power 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3, 2 power 0 is equals to 1. See, if you took a and b as like this, automatically ab will become 1. So just replace ab with 1 plus b square. B is 2 power minus 1 by 3.